You didn't have more lenses than you put in the chest, or do you just like research things even before you have enough just to get them out of your inventory?
I only did that
With the
initially, and then I was like, okay, that's enough of that. I should probably remove more of these things from my inventory, though. I have a lot of junk.
Are you keeping things that you could otherwise duplicate?
Or just probably wouldn't duplicate because I have a better version. So, like, I don't know if I care too much about... Well, I guess I could start researching, like, slush, for example. That's something I could store. Or, like, clay blocks. Because I don't think we're going to butt heads too much over the fact that I have...
No, I'm fine with you having whatever. That's not really an issue. I was more wondering whether or not I could assume we only had X number that was like the number of things you had in the chest or not.
I only do that with a couple of things.
Did you say the squirrel hook was good?
I don't necessarily know if it's good, but it's really funny.
Okay. So I should give it a shot, but I shouldn't worry about coming back to come get it.
Yeah, I think that's a very accurate way of putting it.
I can set up my personal enemy spawn rate to get more things, can't I?
Okay, so I'm just gonna make a secondary housing situation inside that, like, kind of mound. And we'll see if people get mad about it. Because, yeah, if we're lucky, we can just have, like, a couple of separate housing situations all over the place.
Well, I mean, we really only, like... So if the only reason we care is for price, then we don't care. And if it's for specific inventory items that they won't sell unless they're happy, then we only really need to do that for the ones that we actually need stuff from, right?
Yeah, so all we really have to do is just make sure they're happy enough. Oh.
I set up the spawn rate.
Yeah, and we're still on expert mode, so go figure.
I love that I dropped 750 platinum.
In any other situation, that would be stressful and upsetting.
Well, I think what's funny is that if I keep dying, at each point and I drop 3/4 of my gold, and that gold starts at a ridiculous number, it's still going to take a while before it matters. Like, I won't need to dupe gold for, like, quite a few deaths, actually. Oh, there's another can of worms. Oh, and importantly, enough herbs, actually.
Hey!
But do I keep the enemy spawn rate up? Oh yeah, this is going to be good. I can already feel this bag of herbs was very much a good find to be able to duplicate. Oh, when did that happen? It went to ×10 at some point. I set it to ×3, I thought. There was it ×10.
Now are you better? Hey! So yeah, we don't actually... He's not selling the teleporter, though.
Did you take the can of worms to be able to duplicate it?
Yeah. So...
You can duplicate them, right?
Yep.
So I'm just going to right-click to open. I can get worms. Cool.
Blech. Have your worms. Let's see, you wanna dump the herb bag off? If you just hit quick stack, that'll help.
Yeah, I was just... I think my enemy spawn thing keeps getting set to 10 for some reason. I was just a little bit concerned about it. Let's see, herb bag.
If you just do quick stack, it'll go straight with the other herb bag and I don't have to worry.
Well, I just had to figure out where to duplicate it. That was all.
Oh, I see. So you already had one.
Yeah, I can duplicate them now. Did I put them in? Well, there's 99 there now. Well, actually, specifically, I found 3 in the bag was the important thing.
Ah, that'd do it. Did you put them somewhere?
I put them in the gold chest, yeah.
Sorry, there was herb bags in another spot, so I was just waiting for that to take up.
Oh, I see. And I have lots of things I can duplicate.
Well, we can now make a farm.
Very important.
So this doesn't really give us... Well, no, it actually is giving us a silly amount of herbs, too, now that I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Well. Easy alchemy.
I was hoping it would give us the mushrooms for making the Eater of Worlds, but no, I don't see those yet.
Yeah, so it might only be certain things, but still.
Yeah. It certainly makes that process of finding certain things for alchemy. I feel like it would have been worth getting into alchemy, just so you could get excited when you found something. You're like, oh, that's a rare plant. Really wanted those, or stuff like that. Interestingly, the can of worms, as I click through a lot of them, give things like enchanted night crawlers and gold worms. So, kind of got some other perks from that.
You know, oh, that's palm wood. That's why. Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of all of these alchemy ingredients now that I have all of them. Except the mushrooms, apparently.
Yeah, I guess those don't come in a bag of herbs.
Oh, shame.
It would be a little odd. Not usually what I think of. But I still need 10 burgers. Is it time to go back to the corruption? I think it is. Set the spawn rate up, fight them until I get enough. Well, actually, mostly I need the mushrooms. That's actually a more important one, because we don't have enough of those yet.
I'm gonna...
did you give me a balloon?
Oh, no.
That's
here.
fine. I'm not... Just put one in the... Just put one in one of the chests.
I'll be coming by you in a little while.
For what?
I need to exile Grayson the Fisherman, because no one likes him, and he doesn't like anybody else.
Oh, so he really does just want to live on the beach by himself.
Yeah. So I'm going to exile him in a little bit.
Sorry, Grayson.
And the zoologist was complaining about not wanting to live in a burrow, so I'm making a burrow for her.
You mean was she complaining about that golden home is a burrow? Oh, she wants to live in one. Okay.
No, she doesn't want to.
But the golden home is a burrow?
I don't know.
I suspect that when they're unhappy, they tell you something about, like, their unhappiness, but it may not be a criteria that is currently set.
I think it's because I evicted her.
Oh, that's actually probably it.
I wonder if we could have actually duped the goodie bag.
What goodie bag?
Oh, shoot.
I see.
Yeah,
I didn't even think of that.
From the Eye of Cthulhu. We should try that with the...
Well, we just need to get one more suspicious looking eye. So whatever it takes to craft those, we just need to do that.
Okay.
Are
Back
there,
to craft.
are there like multiple
Oh,
things
letter.
that we could get from the goodie bag that we didn't get? I guess probably, right?
I don't actually know. I don't think so. I think there's a couple of useful bits. We should try with the Slime King at the very least.
Oh yeah. How do we fight the Slime King intentionally? Can we?
He shows up when it starts doing slime rain.
Okay, so
So
we
we
have to
should-
wait for that though.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a way that we can trigger that. I know there's... I think there's an item that lets you do it.
Okay. Do we want the mount? Is that the main thing?
Kind of, yeah.
I wish all the swords had the auto attack ability.
Let's see. You can craft a Slime King summon with gel and a gold crown. Hey.
Oh, we got those, don't we? I mean, we could craft a gold crown. It's just a vanity item, or does it do something?
Unsure. I actually don't know how to make the gold crown.
All I had was gold and gems earlier, so it's probably those.
Yeah, because I've got a gold helmet.
Yeah, try just getting all the gems and just seeing if it shows
Oh,
up.
you need rubies.
Oh, okay. Can you dupe those? I can.
I cannot. Not currently.
Oh, okay. Did we figure out what this event was? You said something about Blood Moon equivalent, but
It
I didn't notice anything. Is it
It's
just
not
because
so
it's
much
cool
Blood
aesthetic?
Moon. I think it just summons a bunch of zombies. Like a bunch more than usual.
Oh, okay.
But that could be quite wrong. I just remember I was trying to like do stuff and it was just endless amounts of zombies were assaulting me.
I feel like if they were going to make an event, though, maybe it's just an increased spawn thing. Feels like you could have done something more interesting, but I feel like there's probably more to it still. It's either aesthetic or there's something more than just like lots of spawn, right?
Maybe? I don't know. It probably is just that aesthetic. Certainly looks neat. Unfortunately, those paper lanterns are like super major fire hazards.
Now I came down here to just like do corruption stuff, but I don't have anything to break these lanterns or these.
Okay,
I don't know.
Lantern Knight appears more often and... There we go. Now we've got the Forest Teleporter.
Neat. I found myself mining Demonite ore before I remembered that it didn't need to do that anymore.
Old habits die incredibly hard.
I think
Let's see, how many
it's like
sunflowers
a-
do you need to dupe them, by the way?
I think 5. I have duped them, so I can just give you any number. So
Yeah, it is 5. Not that big of a deal. I just wanted to get start hemming in the corruption.
oh, but you turned it off, right? Or you're just making sure?
Making sure. Eventually, we're going to want to turn it back on. Let's see. It also apparently gives a flat 0.3 to luck.
Cool. So if we're killing a lot of stuff, we should have sunflowers around.
Yes.
Does the luck
So,
get you like rare
burgers.
spawns or something? Burgers.
Well, burgers.
Oh, that's a good point. I can't put sunflowers down in the corruption, can I? Or I just need to put some dirt down first.
You know, I actually don't know on that one.
Well, maybe I should turn off enemy spawning and just play around with it a little bit.
If you turn off the spread and kill the wall, the hollow just doesn't appear. That's spooky.
Okay, let's not forget about that then.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to hem it in now and then just turn it back on, so it just kind of fills out its immediate region. But then stops there. Because we don't really need it to be big.
Well, I found Dr. Bones, the zombie with a PhD.
What?
I told you there's like an archaeologist zombie, and you get an achievement. Oh yeah, Dr. Bones, that's his name. Got like 1,000 health though.
Oh, is he like a just really beefy enemy that you have to fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know, there's like a few of those, right? That just are like really tough.
Yeah. I think I've fought him before.
Kind of in a rough way though. Turned on expert mode again, and I don't think I was mentally prepared for that.
I haven't turned it off.
Yeah, exactly. It's still on. Well, you'll be glad to know that I can dupe the archaeologist hat. I do like having infinite jester arrows, though.
It is very nice, yeah. That was one of the things that I worked my butt off mod-wise for, was specifically making it so I had infinite ammo always, because it was just such a pain.
When you say worked your butt off,
it.
was it just hard to get the mods to like do what you wanted,
It took
or
a
something
while
like
to
that?
get it took more resources to get the infinite ammo, but I went for that sooner than later. So no, I'm being a bit hyperbolic, but still.
I see, but the game like made it an upgrade or something like that.
Yeah. I think you had to collect a lot of arrows, and maybe there's some other stuff. But it was like I could have worked on probably more productive things, but I'm like, I want those infinite ammo bags. And then there's just an NPC that sells them, and I'm like, well, all right. If you have any Eater of Soul banners, by the way, like, plonk them down. Yeah.
Can I dupe them yet? Okay, no. Alright. Done. What do I need? There we go. Alright. Time to make a bunch of those guys. Could use many of them. What's the plan? What are we up to? What'd you come
I
here
will
for?
admit, I was mostly gonna go exile the fisherman.
Oh, okay. So you're going to make a house over in the jungle and put a teleporter
Maybe.
on it and whatnot? Okay. I had been here. I was trying to get some more burgers because those were tempting. But the other thing I was looking for was that I wanted to collect enough of those mushrooms. I don't know how many we have back there though. You don't have any on you, do you?
No,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I quick stacked all of them away a long time ago.
This is a large world, right?
Yeah.
You got your nice palace here, I see. I like that the nurse and the fisherman are here in this palace area, and they kind of like look at each other occasionally and look away. And they're standing in opposite corners of the building.
They do not like each other. No one likes the fisherman, from what I can tell.
It is amusing. Alright, let's see if I've got enough yet.
Okay.
Do we have enough of these mushrooms? Ooh, 23. Please tell me you just have 2 vile mushrooms in your inventory. I assume you do not.
I do not. No.
Okay, that's fine. I'll go see if I can find more.
I like the Jester arrows. I wish they had bounce.
Corrupt
Ricochet
seeds.
in this game is super satisfying.
Do corrupt seeds grow mushrooms?
I wanna say?
I feel like I usually have no problem finding enough vile mushrooms in the game. Of course, I suppose it depends on how many vile mushrooms we need to get the vile powder. Because realistically, we don't really need more vile mushrooms. We just need more vile powder. And we could buy vile powder from the Dryad under the right circumstances, right? Like blood moon or
I don't
something?
know.
I think
don't know
that's the
about that
case. I believe that's true.
Okay, vile powder is only for spreading evil and poisoning throwing knives. So.
But also for summoning the Eater of Worlds.
Oh.
So it's not really a useful thing except in that one very particular circumstance. And I don't know about you, but I want to go back and fight some of these bosses on Master Mode, and I think we'll need more than one shot. So.
Oh, I found a Goblin Scout.
Oh, cool.
So that means Goblin Army kind of soon.
I guess it's once you're above 200 health, but is it specifically when you kill the Scout?
Yeah. I think. Either
Okay.
you kill the Scout or if you don't kill the Scout, it's...
Okay. I just never, I was just playing in my last game. I, didn't notice the Scout show up at all. But maybe I just, killed some random enemy. Okay, I have enough mushrooms now.
Okay. You know, I've never actually duped the anvil, which is silly. I should have done that a long
Just
time
so you
ago.
can just, have access to all the main things
Yeah.
without needing to carry any of the resources. But of course you have all the resources duplicatable to make the anvil, right?
Yeah, I've just been lazy. Let's see. Kill the Eye of Cthulhu, have 4 NPCs and 200 HP. So that's the answer. Ish. Oh, bees.
Alright. Now that I have enough vile mushrooms, I'm going to attempt to kill as many Eater of Souls before I myself am overwhelmed.
That's why I want the bees. Let's go full ham on bees. Ow. Oh, that's a lot of money to lose. Oh well. I keep forgetting to give you a
So, the thing I
red
really
balloon.
remember about this is in the DBZ, the abridged. There's some point where they're really upset. That's like, no, someone died, and one of the characters says, "Why do you care?" Oh, it's Tien saying this to Krillin. We're just bring the Dragon Balls and just bring them back, and death has no real repercussions anymore.
The amount of gosh, I don't even know how to describe it. DBZ the Abridged was brilliant writing. I'm a little sad they stopped, but they said they
Yeah.
were working on other things, so maybe it's not so bad.
The best writing was in seasons 1 and 2, and the later ones weren't as good, so I wasn't too disappointed when they wrapped it up. Although I think there was some good commentary for the DBZ, the most recent DBZ that they could have done. Is it DBZ God or something like that? Just this whole tournament of power where
Isn't it blue or something ridiculous? Oh, super. DBZ Super.
DB Super. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's just where they get Super Saiyan blue.
Yeah. So, you know, I actually like some of the episodes of that, and I think there were some interesting things that they did. And I think there were some things they did well, but I think like there are definitely some questions that are worth being asked in it as just part of how it's always been with DBZ, I suppose. But killing a lot of these Eater of Worlds and not quite getting the not quite getting the burgers. We don't have enough greater healing potions yet, right?
Can you join the blue party? No.
Oh. Am I not part of it?
Doesn't look like it. Maybe you are.
I just clicked it. It seemed to have done something.
Oh, you're all the way over there. You're in that area in the corruption.
And now
I guess that one was
I've
closer.
decided I want to not be there anymore.
I left a red balloon in one of the chests.
Thanks. I love our little like outdoor thing. Kind of like we don't need a house.
The enemies don't threaten us, except for now they do.
That's not what we're about.
We could use a bed at some point. Probably.
Oh yeah. Well, currently not. Currently not necessary. Do I actually want this balloon though? Dang, I don't have six. I don't have 6 slots. Do you?
Oh. Get rid of your shackle.
Oh. How did you know that I was using a shackle? You just assumed?
Because that would be the only that'd be the only accessory that I don't have equipped that we've both had access to.
Yes. There's a shackle of warding though, so it's worth a lot of defense. I suppose I can just put back on a regular helmet. Oh. No, we don't have enough to make the Demonite stuff yet.
Well, hopefully that's singular sunflower is enough.
Did you put all the NPCs somewhere?
Why have some of them despawned?
I guess the merchant's off to the left.
Yeah, just kind of spread them around, because they only care if they're living in an apartment complex. If you've spread it out a little bit, it's not so bad.
I like how the demonologist is kind of living in a burrow in the ground still. That's what you said you were going to do.
You mean the botanist?
Was that the botanist? Zoologist.
Yeah. Oh. We are both wrong.
Are those characters? What am I up to? Ah, yes, I have the mushrooms now. And that was the important thing. I can now duplicate the vile mushrooms.
Bats live in my house and I don't like it. I guess I could just turn off spawns for a little while.
It's true.
My main fear is I'm going to forget. Alternatively, God mode. There we go. That's easy. Suck it, bat. You can do nothing to me. Now I can focus on what I'm doing without getting bounced every couple of minutes.
Do we have bottles for doing alchemy?
I have duplicate bottles.
Oh, okay, good. Good. What could I do to be useful then? I suppose I need to know what you need to do to make a suspicious-looking eye.
Oh, do I still have stupid amount of gold bars? I don't need that.
Suspicious-looking eye is just 6 lenses.
Wow,
so really,
that's easy.
I don't think... I mean, duplicating lenses would be nice. Oh, we need them for other things, though. But do we need them that much? I feel like we don't, right?
Probably not.
How do you get lenses anyways? Let me look that up. Is it only from the demon eyes? It's a pretty good chance from demon eyes. All right, do I just set it to night and just bump up the spawn rate to get this to happen?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, 16 lenses, so just need 9. Do we have a demon eye banner?
I don't think we've gotten one yet.
Okay.
Goblin Scout's just like, I want to live in your house, and I'm like, no. He just like walked in like it's normal, and since I have God mode currently turned on, all the NPCs and enemies just kind of exists in the same space as me. They try very hard to like... Oh, there's a lot of Goblin Scouts around here.
What were you gonna say they tried really hard to do?
Oh, they're just... Because they can't hurt me, they just kind of hang out in this nebulous cloud in my immediate area, trying to hurt me, but incapable of doing so. And my poor little bird is trying its hardest to stop them.
All right, enemy spawn is now at max. I guess it's about to be nighttime.
Oh, well.
Oh, bump it a little bit sooner, you know?
That was very immediate nighttime, but that's okay.
All right, demon eyes.
All right. You know what? In solidarity, I'm not going to turn on,
Oh, interesting. The enemy spawner also spawns the non-enemies.
Huh.
Like, they're just, like, birds and stuff.
So, in solidarity with you, I am also turning on spawn rates. I'm not turning off God mode, though. So now... Oh, gosh.
There's a lot of ducks and stuff. Not a lot of zombies.
You should come out here. I found the eyes.
Oh, good. Well, if you get...
Oh!
We only need 9, so...
Well, let's see. This is a little silly.
I'm just wrecking. I'm absolutely...
So the trick is, for these eyes, stand in a hole.
And let them come into you and hit them with gesture arrows?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm also immortal, so this isn't so hard. But,
Yeah, before I realized the owls were not actually enemies, I hadn't seen them before. I really had a real
I have
field
11.
day.
I have 11 lenses, so.
Oh, good. Okay, so we can just turn it off then.
Yep.
And of course, we have to come get them or something.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on getting a jungle town up, so hopefully we can get a the teleporter. Because if we can get the teleporter, then we just don't have to worry about anything. I was also really hoping we could get some more wormhole potions, so we could just start warping to each other whenever we want.
Yeah. I mean, sounds good.
There's still just like a nebulous cloud of eyeballs just swarming me.
Now that you have what you need, I turned the spawn rate down.
Yeah, it's on a personal basis, so I'm really curious what would happen if both of us turned it up.
Oh, and we're near each other?
each other.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, we should try it. I'm not saying
well,
dangerous is a bad thing. In fact, it might be a good. Okay, so we should have enough to summon any number of the eyes and any number of the Eater of Worlds at this point. So Maybe what I'll do is I'll go start building an Eater of Worlds thing. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Our Jester arrows should wreck him, so we barely... I don't think we need as tremendous of an arena
I
as we
had
had
Jester
previously.
arrows last time we were fighting him, and I... Oh, you know what I want, though, is I want a bed so we can spawn. I had them last time, and we didn't win, so we should be careful. What did I need? We need everything to make a loom. Wood? Always have enough wood, right? I think lead is the thing. And then make a bunch of chains.
Oh, I've got Demon Eye banners now.
Oh, good. We should just put all the stuff near where we live, right?
Ooh, what is I have no idea what a black lens is used for.
I don't either, but you only need one to duplicate it, so...
Yeah, well, I got that now. Oh, that's a legendary war axe. Maybe I shouldn't just immediately...
What kind of axe is it? Was it the Demonite one?
Yeah, it's the Demonite one. Legendary war axe of the night.
Just make another one and dupe that one.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh, look at that. I've been able to make Demon Eye banners. Oops, guess I got that at some point.
Can I make a jungle torch? Make a pink torch? Oh. This housing is already occupied. Wait, why is the nurse here?
I think some of them were homeless. Oh, did you try to set Grace in there and the nurse showed up instead?
No.
It just happened because one of them was already homeless, and...
Yeah, I guess the nurse was homeless. I guess she'll just be out here for the time being.
I mean, I was looking at them looking suspiciously at each other, so... I guess that was just the inevitable conclusion of that. Apparently, Grayson is the one who's better at making a place mutually awkward, so...
Yeah.
Therefore, it
So
gets to be his.
I will work on exiling him in a bit. I just figured I'd make a stopover point. I want to get enough room so we can get the Dryad.
Yeah, what are the requirements for her?
Kill a boss. Last I
so
remember.
We've done that. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
we're just currently missing.
Just enough housing for her? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But do I need a 99 stack of looms?
I mean, in real life, I bet that would actually have some interesting uses. In this game, no. Man. That just reminded me of RuneScape, and gosh, trying to level tailoring was nightmarish. Didn't you have to, like, compete for looms or something like that, and so you always wanted to find, like, a quiet corner?
I don't think
Am I
so,
forgetting
but I
that?
think it was that... We're talking about crafting specifically, right?
Yeah.
'Cause you could turn, like... You could pick the stuff to turn them into bowstrings. And that was actually not, like, a bad way to spend your time, but it gave you so little experience crafting per bowstring that you made.
Yeah,
And
it
pretty
was
much
mostly
everything
we did it
else-
because it was expensive. Like, you got a lot of money from it.
Yeah, you got a lot of money. And so you know, like, if you had the membership and you could go to the elf area, was basically the only place that, like, you could very rapidly get those. But yeah, I don't think it was that hard, because usually there weren't other people there, but it was only about 100,000 per hour in the game. and there were like plenty of other ways to do it. It's mostly just how little experience you got from most of the things for crafting and how expensive it was to like try and pay money to level off of that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. I know it's, a very interesting game in certain metrics, but at some point, I think kind of your statement about trying to avoid the grind is a very, I think it's a very relevant one to the game, was that when people stopped being around to be social for the game, you suddenly realized it was, largely
It was just
that.
a job, yeah.
Yeah, and, not to say that it wasn't fun, but it needed things other than the game itself to sustain that fun.
I think that's
Okay.
generally true of a lot of games that I've played, where it's just like, oh, yeah, this has lost the social aspect. I don't enjoy this anymore. Every once in a while, Shell and I get back to World of Warcraft to just play for a little while because she loves the lore in it. I can't disagree with her on that one. But, like, the difference of what, I did back in high school compared to, like, playing it now is, like, night and day. Having those people that were on to, like, chat with and do things with made it so much easier.
We never had that for Guild Wars. Was that not an issue mostly just because we both were playing it?
Well, for Guild Wars 1, it didn't matter because it was just, like, you could do the entire game with 2 people.
Yeah.
Or 1 if you were good.
Two once you got to Nightfall. Before that, though, you had to like pug your way through factions or stuff like that.
And that was rough. I do not miss that. I know people often will point at like stuff like that for ruining the game, but from my perspective, I've always looked forward to features that kind of offset having to like slog through just the worst parts of the internet just to be able to complete a game. It's like, drives me to play single player only.
The worst part of the internet just to complete a game.
Yeah. Games should not feel like a struggle to find another human being that is competent and sane.
Yeah, the competent there. Yeah. It's I certainly enjoyed kind of that aspect of meeting random people through it. But right, when it got challenging, it started to become less fun that way too. Which, yeah, makes sense why that is something to avoid there.
Oh, I guess mild interruption. Usually I keep chat out for this, but hey, Stump friends and associated raiders, how you guys doing? What were you up to today? We are playing Terraria Journey Mode, which is the new mode. Magic the Cat has arrived. We have a cat.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see it.
You can buy a cat license. I don't know what that does, but I guess we just have a cat.
cool.
But it's the
I
like
see.
pseudo sandbox mode, and I'm playing with my little brother because I don't get to do that very often. It's fun.
More so these days, right? I guess, yeah. Grad school is a little bit tougher.
Yeah, I was definitely, when we were in college, I was pretty much just like, I will find out what
yeah.
is going on in your life from Mother. And then, oh, that's weird. I don't think I can do that. Oh, mom, mother, that just sounds weird.
I was wondering what specifically you couldn't do.
Yeah, it feels wrong. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so when you were in grad school and what, I was like, I'll just bug him at a later date when he is more free.
So far, doing all right.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so we
I
now have
a bed made.
somewhat suitable... Oh, right, I should probably get a bed out here.
Should I? Can I just teleport out to you?
I do not have a teleporter yet.
Oh. The nurse is wandering around deep underground. What's up with that?
She's trying to get to the jungle house.
Oh, is that what's going on?
She can't do it.
Do you need me to get a teleporter and come over to you?
I think I just need to not be near here because she won't come here normally. I'm surprised the Dryad hasn't shown up yet. Anyway, you said we could fight the Eater of Worlds?
We have the stuff to duplicate it. I don't currently have... Oh, gosh.
Oh,
Oh, there's the
there she
dryad.
is.
Look at that. I don't currently have a bottle, as funny as
Okay,
that sounds. But you said you could make it, so.
I got bottles.
Okay, so I see that we get a forest pylon specifically for the merchant.
Where's the
Do we need
dryad?
different types? Do we need like a jungle pylon and like an...
Yeah, we need a jungle pylon. Why is the dryad out there? She's not supposed. Can you move the nurse's room into one of the unoccupied rooms near you?
When you say the nurse's room,
Like,
do you mean
currently
I
she's set to be in the jungle, and
I see. So I should just make a room for her.
oh, she is just teleported here, I guess. It's
Should I make a... Is it okay to have 3 people in an area? Is that fine?
Yeah. I think 3 is kind of the maximum, because that's what we had last time.
Okay. Well, I think there's maybe 2 more rooms at this point.
Yeah, the nurse
Well,
the nurse seems to be a racist or something. She does not like biologists, and she does not like dryads.
Oh.
Maybe she's one of those people that like thinks art majors you know, that's not a real job, so she doesn't respect them. I had a lot of people that had that opinion for some reason. Always surprised me.
You mean just like that they don't think it's a real job, or that they don't...
Yeah, there was just like a solid chunk of folks in college that were like, art majors are joke careers, and I'm like, you jerks.
I mean, yeah, there's something kind of weird about it is, like, you definitely, like, people deserve your respect, right? And,
Mostly.
you know, well, I mean, not, I think more from their perspective is they should just, like, you're making a decision, and, like, maybe they don't think that's, like, a financially good decision, but, like, I don't think that whether or not they think something is, like, a financially good decision should determine whether or not they think it's, like, a valid decision. Because it sounds like, you know, kind of, it's not just a question of whether or not they believed you would be able to turn it into something lucrative, but whether or not they would respect what you did if you were successful at it. But I suppose part of this is probably like being on the computer science house, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there were a number of people that were just kind of miserable sods about anybody that wasn't in a career that they approved of. And it was always a bit of a surprise to me that somebody would be that angry about something virtually almost completely disconnected from them.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of wondering, was like, well, what exactly is it to them? Like, like what's the point of caring what someone else is doing specifically? But I guess I could see, like, I mean, certainly, I mean, I guess it's kind of a weird one, because certainly I think, like, mom sometimes is like, well, like, should I be letting my son go off to be just an artist? And I mean, certainly, like, for you, you know, she let you do it, but she was like, is this the thing you would regret or not? Yeah. And I mean, like, you know, I guess it's a little bit of a weird thing, because you in the end weren't able to find a job specifically using art, but you're able to find things that certainly have used art. That, like, being an illustration major allowed you to make thumbnails for the videos, which probably is like an important part of marketing for them. So, you know, it has been useful, but, like, kind of from the face of it, it took a lot of, like, personal motivation and creativity to kind of find that use. And it wasn't just like applying to a job out of college, especially in a high demand field like computer science would have been.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have that sort of energy and creativity, then you wouldn't have necessarily been able to make it useful in the same way.